Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome to the historic Lawrence Dumont Stadium along the banks of the Arkansas River for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. My name is Frank Martinez. I'll be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. This game will feature the visiting team, the Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs, versus the home team, the Westchase, Texas Express. Diamond Dogs come in with a 1-0 record, where they defeated the Fresno, California A's 10-0 in their first game. And the Westchase, Texas Express also coming in with a 1-0 record. They defeated the Jasper, Indiana Reds 8-0. Both these two teams are in Pool B, so this is a very important game for both teams. Let's get our starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the visiting team, the Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs. Leading off and playing second base will be number 7, Grant DeVore. Batting second, the third baseman, number 15, Dallas Reed. Batting third and DHing will be number 26, Wyatt Davis. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 20, Tristan Kennard. Batting fifth and catching will be number 20, Andrew Miller. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 21, Chase Hastings. Batting seventh and playing right field will be number 8, Keenan Eaton. Batting eighth and playing center field will be number 1, Travis Young. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 2, Phil Ingram. And pitching for the Diamond Dogs will be number 6, Austin Gale. The head coach for the Diamond Dogs is Pat Hahn, assisted by Mark Poole, Mark Cavallo, and Mike Quick. Now here's the starting lineups for the home team, the Westchase, Texas Express. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 14, Ivan Silva. Batting second, the center fielder, number 35, Eric Thomas. Batting third and playing first base will be number 15, Carlos Andre. Batting fourth and catching number 16, C.J. Tyler. Batting fifth and DHing number 9, Jake Gonzalez. Batting sixth and playing right field will be number 7, Alan Hooker. Batting seventh and playing third base will be number 20, Taylor Clifford. Batting eighth and playing left field will be number 18, Daniel Goss. Batting ninth and playing second base will be number 28, John Toentai. And pitching for the Express will be 00, Jonas Garcia. And the head coach and manager for the Express is Robert Van Nieuwenhuizen. That is the starting lineups for today's game. Our umpires at home plate will be Travis Olson, first base Conan Strobel, and at third base Chad Rogers. Game time scheduled for 10:15 here. It is 87 degrees on a Tuesday evening here in downtown Wichita, Kansas, for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Once again, both these two teams in Pool B. They each have one victory, so this is a very important game for both teams. The winner of this will take a lead in Pool B. They're trying to get to the weekend on Friday, where the winner of Pool B will be facing the winner of Pool D. Now we're ready for the first batter. Up there for the Diamond Dogs, second baseman number 7, Grant DeVore. Once again, pitching for the Express will be 00, Jonas Garcia. Garcia played third base the first game that the Express played. He went 2 for 5 with 1 RBI, batting .400, and he's going to be pitching here tonight. We got ball 1, and there's the second pitch. Hit foul just down the third base line. Third baseman makes an attempt for it, lets it go. So the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia ready for the, and it is a foul ball. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Express are in white with red trim, red lettering. Their hats are white with red bills. And the Cheny Diamond Dogs are wearing their black with white pants and white numbers. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Grant DeVore. Garcia with the pitch. It's in the ground. And the count goes full now, 3-2. 87 degrees here in Wichita, Kansas. About one of the coolest evenings that we have had. I believe last night might have been about 85. There's a foul ball along the right-hand side. First baseman goes after it. That's Andretti, but he falls foul. So the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We did have some action here earlier. At 1:30 game, it was the Jasper, Indiana Reds 8 and the Fresno, California A's 5. Our 4 o'clock game was the Inland Empire, California Golden Bears 11 against the Dallas, Texas Dirtbags 11-7. And our 7 o'clock game that just got over with, it was the Great Bend Batcats 7 versus the Hattiesburg, Mississippi Black Sox, and the score was 7-2 in favor of Great Bend. And we have a walk to DeVore. Now batting will be the third baseman, number 15, Dallas Reed. Dallas Reed played the first game. He batted 1 time and got a hit with 2 RBI, so he's batting 1,000. And he's up there against Garcia. First pitch is high. Ball 1, 1-0 to count now. With the runner at first base, DeVore just took a walk. And here comes the pitch from Garcia. Ball hit along left side, goes to third base. Third base goes to second base, makes the play. And attempt for the double play, falls short. So we got a fielder's choice there on Reed. Nice play there by the third baseman, Clifford, to get it to the second baseman, toe and tie. Now batting the designated hitter, number 26, Wyatt Davis. So we got 1 out now with the runner at first base. And Garcia's pitch is high. Looks like we had a balk called against Garcia. So Reed goes down to second base on the balk. We'll have a runner at second base with 1 out. And the designated hitter up for the Diamond Dogs. Davis did not play the first game, so this is his first time at bat in this World Series. And here comes the pitch. It's just outside. Count goes to 1-0 now. That first pitch did not count because of the balk. And Garcia is ready, just outside, 2-0 to count now. Goes to Davis. Davis, a left-handed batter. He is a 5'9", 190-pounder from Hutchinson Junior College. And Garcia ready. The count goes 3-0. And here comes the pitch. In there for a strike, so the count goes 3-1 now against Davis. Runner at second base taking off the base there just a little bit, and there's a hit to the left-hand side, the third base side, and goes foul. So we have a full count now. Reed at second base with 1 out. And the designated hitter, Davis, up to bat for the Diamond Dogs. It's going to be important to see who gets the lead here early in the ball game. A pitch is outside, so that's the second walk of the game for Garcia. Now coming up to bat, the Cleanup hitter and left fielder number 20, Tristan Kennard. Kennard is the leading hitter of the tournament. He was 3 for 3 in that first game with 4 RBIs. He's batting 1,000, and I noticed on the standings he's number one batter of this 83rd annual NBC World Series so far. And I believe he was also chosen the player of the game that first game against the A's. First pitch is a ball one, and here comes the second. Inside to Kennard. Garcia having a little bit of a problem now with his control here early. It's 2-0 to count. Runners at first and second now. And there's a hard hit ball by Kennard deep. That could be out of here. And it is gone. That is the 4th home run of the series. And Tristan Kennard keeps his heating streak alive. He is now 4 for 4 with 7 RBIs. 1 for 1 here in this ball game with that home run. Now batting the catcher number 30, Andrew Miller. As soon as that ball was hit, you knew it was going to be out of the ballpark. He made great contact, and that was dead straight left field for the home run. And there's a foul ball, strike one. That's the count, 0-1 against Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller is batting .667. He was 2 out of 3 with 2 runs scored and no RBIs in that first game against the A's. So the Diamond Dogs take the early lead here. And we were talking about that just a little bit earlier about how important it is to get a good lead, get comfortable. And Tristan Kennard did it with 1 swing of the bat. And inside, called strike. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now against Andrew Miller. Garcia threw that pitch to Kennard right up the middle, and Kennard just turned on it very nicely. Made solid contact, and like I say, there was no doubt that that ball was going to be out of the ballpark. Matter of fact, the left fielder didn't even move. He just kind of looked up and looked at the ball as it went over the fence. Count goes to 2-2 now with 1 out. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Garcia records his 2nd strikeout now. Correction, 1st strikeout, 2nd out. Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Scott Hastings. Hastings in that first game went to bat twice and had no hits, but he did score 1 run in that victory against the Fresno, California A's, where the Diamond Dogs won 10-0. Count goes to 2-0 now against Hastings. Beautiful evening here in Wichita, Kansas. We still have a pretty good crowd there from the feature game. And there's a hit to the left shortstop. Shortstop bobbles the ball. Still throws the first, almost gets him, but it throws the ball. So Hastings will be at first base. And that is going to be an error against the shortstop. Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Keenan Eaton. Eaton did not play in the first game, so this is his first time at bat here in the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. And Garcia is ready for the pitch. Once again, Hastings at first base on that error by the shortstop, Ivan Silva. We have 2 outs. Want to know the count now. And here comes the pitch. Just hit the inside corner. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now against Eaton. Eaton is a 6'1", 205-pounder from Colorado Mesa College. There's a hit to the shortstop, goes to the right, and it's in for a base hit by Eaton. So Eaton records his first hit of the game and of the series. Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Travis Young. Young played in that first game. Played center field. He scored 1 run and had 1 RBI. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count goes 0-1 now against Young. Garcia's got 2 outs here for the Express. Cheny Diamond Dogs have already scored 3 runs. Runners at first and second now. Pitch is high. Count goes now to 1 ball, 1 strike against Travis Young. Jonas Garcia ready for the pitch. And it's a fly ball into center field. Looks like it's going to fall in. So Hastings rounds third base and comes in to score. So Travis Young gets a base hit and an RBI. That means Eaton goes to second base on the play. Now it takes the score to 4-0, and the coach coming in to talk to Garcia. Van Nieuwenhuwen. So they're going to talk about it on the mound. Try to see if they can't get that third out now for the Westchase Texas Express. Again, we're just in the top half of the first inning, and the Cheny Diamond Dogs have already scored 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. Take a quick lead there against the Westchase Texas Express. Both teams coming in with a 1-0 record. So this game's very important here as they try to get out of this pool play. Try to get into that championship game this weekend so they can get into championship week next week. And that ball is outside. Batting now is shortstop number 2, Phil Ingram. And this is Ingram's first time at bat here in the World Series. Second pitch coming. Just missed an outside corner. 2-0 the count now. Once again, we have runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Top half of the first inning for the Diamond Dogs as they lead 4-0 against the Westchase Texas Express. And here's the pitch. And it's right at the knees, called strike 1. 2-1 now the count against Phil Ingram. And call strike 2. 2-2 now the count. I was trying to get some information here on Ingram. Count 2-2 now with 2 outs. 2 runners at first and second. Now that's outside, so the count goes full. Runners will be taken off here with 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Diamond Dogs trying to do a little damage against the Express. Full count. And there goes the runners. Ball hit to second baseman. Second baseman makes a nice stop, turns, goes to first for the out. Nice play there by the second baseman. John Towentai. That could have scored two extra runs there. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back.
For 6 generations, this land has provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/cleanenergy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. My name is Frank Martinez. I'm your play-by-play announcer. Leading off the bottom half of the first inning for the Westchase, Texas Express will be the shortstop, number 14, Ivan Silva. Well, the Diamond Dogs came out hot here in the top half of the first inning as they scored 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and left 2 on base. And they lead 4-0 here going to the bottom half of the first inning. First pitch from Austin Gale is outside for ball 1. Austin Gale is a 5'9", 170-pounder from Pepperdine University. And the second pitch swinging for a strike. Count goes 1-1 now to Ivan Silva. Silva in the first game was 2 for 4, batting .500 with 1 run scored, as the Express defeated the Red 8-0 in that first game. There's a pitch outside. Count goes now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. First time up to bat for the Westchase, Texas Express as they try to get even here with the Diamond Dogs. Ball hit to the right side, second baseman DeVore goes to first base for the out. That's to Hastings. So now batting will be the center fielder, number 35, Eric Thomas. Thomas in the first game was 1 out of 5 with 1 run scored and 1 RBI, batting .200 here in the series. Count goes to 1 strike now against Thomas. And Gale's pitch coming in there for a call, strike 2. So Thomas goes down quickly, 0-2 now with 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning against the Diamond Dogs. Pitch high for a ball. 1-2 now the count. And here comes Gale with the pitch, and low. So the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Andretti will be on deck, followed by Tyler. There's a foul ball along the left-hand side. Count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here at the bottom half of the first inning. Third pitch is ball. Count goes to 3-2 now. Eric Thomas is from Houston, Texas. Goes to LSU Alexandria. And Thomas gets on with a base on balls now. Brings up the first baseman, number 15, Carlos Andrade. There's the pitch by Gale, called strike one.
First baseman, number 15, Carlos Andrade.
Throw over to first base for Thomas. Diving back into the bag, safe. Once again, the Diamond Dogs up 4-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. We have one out with the runner at first base. Here's the pitch, foul ball along the left-hand side. And Andretti goes down to no balls and 2 strikes now. Gale's done a great job of staying on top of these first 2 batters. Here comes Gale with the pitch. Trying for the outside corner. Nice job there by the catcher, number 30, Andrew Miller, trying to get him to hit that outside, just missed. So count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Thomas taking a little bit of extra lead now at first base. Might see him go, and Gale just happened to see that, so he throws over to first base. Thomas heads back to the bag safely. And here comes the pitch to Andretti. Ball outside. Looked like almost they had a play set up in case Thomas was getting ready to go, because the catcher stood up. Miller looked like he was ready to throw down to second base. 2-2 to count. Now there's a swing and a foul ball. That just barely made it over the fence area along the first base side, and luckily there was a kid that was there and just happened to get out of the way. And there's a foul ball along the left-hand side. Goes into the stance and then bounces back onto the field. I'm sure they're going to have to call a timeout here. Get that ball out. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner at second base now for the Westchase Texas Express. Thomas heads back to the second base as Gale takes a good look at him. And here comes the pitch, a swing, and strike 3 now. So Gale records his first strikeout of the ball game. And now batting, cleanup hitter for the Express, catcher number 16, C.J. Tyler. Tyler in the first game was 1 out of 3 with 1 run scored and 1 RBI. So he's batting .333. There's a swing and a miss there by Tyler. Count goes 0-1 now against Tyler. Runner at second base now with 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of the second inning of the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Again, this game against the Westchase Texas Express and the Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs. Diamond Dogs up 4-0 here in the bottom half of the first, with the Express trying to get back in the game here. There's a pitch outside. Nice job there by Miller to make the stop. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Gale's taking a good look at Thomas, and he does try to throw to second, but nobody's there, so he hangs on to the ball. So we got 1-1, 2 outs, runner at second. And the cleanup hitter up the bat, swing and a miss there by Tyler. Count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second base. Tyler trying to add to his RBI in the series, and we have another strikeout there by Gale, that outside pitch. So Gale gets 2 strikeouts that inning and gets out of the inning. So at the bottom half of the first inning, it is 4-0 in favor of the Cheny Diamond Dogs.
Hey, sir,
Love you, Coach. Thank you.
All right, we're back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as we get started with the second inning. Cheny Diamond Dogs up to bat now. We have the leadoff batter, second baseman number 7, Grant DeVore.
Leading off for the Diamond Dogs, second baseman number 7, Grant DeVore.
First time at bat in the first inning. He hit one to the... He got on base with a base on balls. Then he had a forced out at second base in that first inning. Second pitch now goes to 2-0 now. Garcia has fallen behind on most of the batters here in the first inning, and now does the same thing starting off the top half of the second inning. There's the third pitch, and it's in the ground for a 3-0 count against DeVore. And he gets another walk. That's the second walk for DeVore in the ball game. That brings up the third baseman number 15, Dallas Reed. He got on with the fielder's choice the first inning, where DeVore was thrown out at second base by the third baseman, number 20, Clifford, with a forced out at second base to toe and tie. And Reed tries to lay down a bunt and falls foul. Count goes 0-1 now against Dallas Reed. And here comes pitch hit to the shortstop. Shortstop looked at going to second base, but double pumped and decided to go to first, and Reed is on. So now batting will be the designated hitter, number 26, Wyatt Divis. So DeVore goes down to second base on the play. And here comes Garcia's pitch. Outside, and ball gets away from the catcher. Runner goes to third base, now rounds third base. Reed, and Davis heads to second base. So Reed is at second base, DeVore at third with no outs here in the top half of the second inning, and the Diamond Dogs already have a 4-0 lead against the Express. So if Garcia can't come through here, it might get a little ugly for the Express early. There's a hard hit ball into left center field. Going back as center fielder Thomas, and it's going to be a home run by Wyatt Divis, a 3-run home run for Divis, and 3 RBIs. So Divis records his first hit, and it's the big one. A 3-run home run there by Divis. Looks like Express is going to get some action in the bullpen now. So that quickly, one swing of the bat, and the score now is 7-0 in favor of the Cheny Diamond Dogs. Diamond Dogs look like they've come out swinging hard here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Now batting the leader in the batting category is Tristan Kennard. Once again, that first game, Kennard was 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs, and he's already has another hit with 3 RBIs.
And the NBC wants to wish a happy 15-year-old birthday to Olivia Hubert.
4 for 4 with 7 RBIs there for Tristan Kennard. Count is 2-0 real quick, and there's a swing by Kennard. Foul ball to the right-hand side.
E-Graphics, Wichita's final graphics specialist. E-Graphics will get you taken care of for any job that you bring.
Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike here in the top half of the second inning. Diamond Dogs against the Westchase Express. And there's a check swing there by Kennard. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike now. Up warming up now for the Express. That gets number 19. Another foul ball. Says Joseph Lau. I believe he pitched that first game for the Express and got the victory. Yeah, he pitched that first game and got the victory, went 5 innings. So we may be seeing him again. We got a strikeout there by Garcia. Now batting the catcher number 30, Andrew Miller. So we got 1 out in the top half of the second inning. 3 runs already scored. And there's a hard hit ball there by Miller into center field. It's going to fall in. And Miller records his first hit of the game.
Hey fans, make sure to stop by customer service and purchase a parking pass.
Miller was 2 for 3 in the first game, so that makes him 3 for 4 for the series. Coming in now is first baseman number 21, Scott Hastings, will be up at the plate with Miller at first base, and 1 out here in the top half of the second inning, with 3 runs already scored there for the Diamond Dogs. There's the pitch inside for Garcia. So far, Garcia has thrown 29 balls and 27 strikes in this ball game. And the count goes to 2-0 now for Hastings. Left-handed batter there for Cheny, first baseman. Pitch just missed the corner. 3-0 now the count. And Garcia took a good look there at home plate, thinking that should have been a strike. Just missed on the outside corner. And there's a call, strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike now with 1 out. Andrew Miller at first base with his first hit of the game. He is now 3 out of 4 for the whole series. And there's a defensive play there by the first baseman, Carlos Andretti. Snags that hard hit ball and then steps on the bag for the double play. Nice job there by the 15, Carlos Andretti. All right, the score at the 1.5 innings of play, it is the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase, Texas Express 0. We'll be back.
For every celebration, for every 6 a.m. wake-up call, for every heartache, for every homecoming, for every home, there is York. Environmentally responsible and technologically advanced to provide the optimal home environment while keeping you connected. Life by you, comfort by York.
And looks like we're ready to go. Well, welcome back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. And there's a buzzer against Jake Gonzalez. Has not even come to the plate yet, so it's strike one before he even gets to the plate. Against Gonzalez, designated hitter number 9, Jake Gonzalez. There's a foul ball, 0-2 the count. And Gonzalez, this is his first time batting in the series. First accident ball hit up the middle for a base hit. Nice job there by Jake Gonzalez. Recorded his first hit of the series. Now batting will be the right fielder, number 7, Alan Hooker. Hooker was one of the other batters for the Express that did really well. He was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs. He was tied for third in the standings here in the NBC World Series as a leader in batting. There's a pitch inside now. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike by Gale. Bottom half of the second inning, Gonzalez at first base after he recorded his first hit of the game. Hooker up the bat, left-handed batter, and there's going to be a timeout by the umpire. Gale ready. Comes the pitch, and a swing and a miss now by Alan Hooker. Hooker is from Houston, Texas. Goes to Lipscomb University. 6 foot, 190 pounder. Taylor Clifford up the bat. Once again, we welcome you back. My apologies. We welcome you back. Gonzalez got on with a base hit. And Hooker just got on base also. He got his first hit of the game. Up the bat is third baseman number 20, Taylor Clifford. Count goes no balls, one strike. Had a double steal there by Gonzalez. Goes to third base and Hooker to second. So the Westchase Texas Express are trying to get back in this ball game. Once again, they're down 7-0 here, bottom half of the second inning. There's a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The count to Taylor Clifford. Clifford in that first game against the Reds was 1 out of 4 with 1 run scored, batting .250. There's a swing and a miss for out number 1. Now batting the left fielder number 18, Daniel Goss. Goss was 2 for 5 in the first game with 1 RBI, batting .400. He's got a chance to get some RBIs here with 2 runners on base at second and third base. That's Gonzalez at third and Hooker at second. Each of them recorded a base. Well, now it looks like they gave an error. That error must have been on Hooker's play there to the first baseman. Instead of a base hit, they've changed that ruling. Count is 1-1 now against Goss. And here's the pitch by Gale. Swing and a miss there by Goss. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third base, bottom half of the second inning. You're listening to the 83rd Annual NBC World Series here in Wichita, Kansas. There's a foul ball. Nice job there by Goss to make contact. Keeps the bat in his hands now for the Westchase Texas Express. And here comes the pitch by Gale. It's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 now. That is the 4th strikeout recorded there by Gale. And now we got 2 outs with second baseman number 28, John Cheny. Pitch just hits the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 to count now against Cheny. Cheny made a nice play there in the first inning against Ingram. There's a foul ball. And the count goes to 0-2 now against Cheny. Gale so far here in 2 innings has 29 strikes and 12 balls. Here's the pitch outside. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. You hear some moaning from the crowd. They thought that pitch was closer than what the umpire saw it, but just missed outside from my angle here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And there's the hit to the right-hand side. Looks like it's going to be a foul ball. So the count's going to stay at 1-2 now. Gonzalez hustles back to third base and Hooker back to second base. Gonzalez got the only hit of the game for the Express here in the top half of the second inning as he started it off for the Express. Ball misses. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Gale thought he had that pitch and he started walking off the mound You can always tell by catcher's reactions whether it was good or not. Catcher just stayed there with the glove, but he kind of knew Gale had missed it. There's the pitch, and the ball hit along the right-hand side to the second baseman. Goes to first for out number 3. That's DeVore to Hastings for the out. And at the end of 2 innings of play, it is the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 0. We'll be back.
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. This is Frank Martinez. I'm your play-by-play announcer as we get ready for the 3rd inning. We have a new pitcher for the Westchase Express. It is Joseph Lyle. He pitched in that first game against the Reds. Leading off top half of the 3rd inning is right fielder number 8, Keenan Eaton. He got a hit in the first inning. There's a ball for Lyle. Once again, Lyle did pitch. Lyle is a 5'11", 170-pounder from Jarvis Christian University. Redshirt senior from Richmond, Texas. And the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now against Keaton Eaton. Once again, Lyle did pitch the first game against the Reds. He went 5 innings. He had allowed 2 hits and 2 strikeouts and ended up getting the victory against the Express as the Express won 8-0 over the Reds. The Jasper, Indiana Reds, that is. Pitch high now for ball 3. Count goes full now, 3-2 to Eaton. Lyle looked like he was just trying to put a little extra on that pitch and went high. Here comes the 3-2 pitch up high, and Lyle doesn't start off any better than Garcia as he walks the first batter. Same thing Garcia did in the first inning. Now batting the center fielder number 1, Travis Young. Young got a base hit in the first inning with an RBI. So we have a runner at first base with no outs for Joseph Lyle, the new pitcher. There's a foul ball along the right-hand side. Count goes to no balls, 1 strike now against Travis Young. Travis Young is a right-hander, 6'2", 200-pounders from Wichita State University. So you can say he's staying close to home. Count goes 1-1 now. And here's a Lyle's pitch. Foul ball right over my head. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base with no outs. Top half of the 3rd inning as the Cheny Diamond Dogs are up 7-0, and I knew I was going to do that. I started saying Valley Center. This Cheny Diamond Dogs used to be the Valley Center Diamond Dogs, and so please forgive me for that. But I used to announce for the Valley Center Diamond Dogs back when they were the Diamond Dogs, and I had a feeling I would slip that in one time. By mistake, of course. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout there. Lyles gets the first strikeout. Now batting the shortstop number 2, Phil Ingram. Ingram grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning to make the third out in that first inning where the Cheny Diamond Dogs scored 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they left 2 guys on base. Ingram just happened to make that third out. First pitch is the ball. 1-0 the count now. Ball hit deep into center field. And the catch is made there by Eric Thomas. So Ingram is 0 for 2 here in this ball game. That brings up the second baseman now. Correction, looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Cheny. It's going to be number 4. It'll be Quentin Crandall. He's a 5'10", 185 pounders from Kansas State University, coming in to pinch hit for Grant DeVore.
Your attention, pinch hitting for the Cheny Diamond Dogs, number 4, Quentin Crandall.
So first pitch is a strike against Crandall. And the count goes now to 1-1 with 2 outs. Runner at first base, that's Eaton, who got on with the base on balls. And this is Crandall's first time at bat here in the series. Count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we'll see if Crandall heads out to second base, replacing Grant DeVore on the defensive side. There's a pitch, and Eaton takes the steal to second base. So Eaton's on with a stolen base at second. And 2 outs now. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild here in the top half of the third inning. Score, the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase Texas Express 0. Ball into the ground, so we're going to have a full count now to Crandall, who's making his first plate appearance here in this game. So he's pinch hitting for Grant DeVore. DeVore had walked twice in the ball game before he gets replaced. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Crandall records, records his second strikeout now of this ball game. That's the end of this 2.5 innings of play. The score, the Cheny Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase Texas Express 0. We'll be back. All right, we're back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series as we get started with the bottom half of the third inning. Now batting for the Express is Ivan Silva. He was late getting into the box, so it has strike two now on him. Ball outside, the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. There was some defensive changes there for the Diamond Dogs. That Crandall went to third base, and Dallas Reed, number 15, moved to second base. And there's a strike called.
No strikeout with other HVAC companies. Call 943 heat or 943.
So Silva is 0 for 2 now. Now batting the center fielder, number 35, Eric Thomas, making a nice catch there in center field the last inning. Pitch outside there by Gale. 1-0 the count. And a foul ball, or hit to the left-hand side by the field pass, where you can sit out there on the field and watch the ball game just outside the foul territory along the left field line. Looks like it's full. And here's the pitch by Gale, and it's called strike. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes now with 1 out, nobody on base here. We're in the bottom half of the third inning between the Cheny Diamond Dogs and the Westchase Texas Express. The score, the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 0. There's a foul ball. The Express had a chance to get a couple runs in the second inning as they started off with a base hit and then a an error. Had guys at first and second, and they stole the bases to third and second. But then Gale got 2 strikeouts and then grounded out to second for the third out. So there's a 4-3 play, second to first for out number 2. Andretti now the batter, first baseman, Carlos Andretti. He struck out the first time in the first inning. Austin Gill doing a great job against the Westchase Express. He has a total of 5 strikeouts now in 2 2/3 innings. Pitch, there's a foul ball directly above our heads here. And the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike now with 2 outs, nobody on base. It is now 11:15 with 85 degrees here in Wichita, Kansas. We do have a breeze from right field to left. Fortunately, we're sitting right behind the home plate, and so we cannot feel any of that breeze. We do have some fans up here in the press box to try to keep us cool. Fly ball into left field. Left fielder Kennard gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. Top half of the third inning, no runs and no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3, it is the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 0. We'll be back.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
And we welcome you back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. this game between the Cheny Diamond Dogs and the Westchase Texas Express. We're in the top half of the fourth inning now. Now batting the second baseman, number 15, Dallas Reed. Last inning, he moved from third base to second when Quentin Crandall came in to play third base. Called strike one, 0-1 the count now. Lyle is now the pitcher. There's a foul ball into the stands. Count goes 0-2. Lyle doing a good job now of getting ahead of the batter. Something he didn't do the first inning he came in the third inning as he walked the first batter. There's a foul ball along the third base side. Count stays no balls, 2 strikes. Reed had a fielder's choice in the first inning and had a base hit in the second inning. And there's call strike 3 for out number 1. And Lyle records his second strikeout of the game for him, coming in on the third inning. Now batting is the designated hitter, number 26, Wyatt Divis. Divis walked the first time and had a 3-run home run with 3 RBIs there in the second inning to put the Diamond Dogs up 7-0. There's a foul ball along the third base side. So 0-1 the count now. Lyle gets ahead of the batter now. Count goes 1-1. The pitch is high. Once again, Divis did not play the first game, so he is 1 for 1 in his in this series here in the World Series. Pitch is outside now. Count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Top half of the fourth inning here for the Diamond Dogs. And there's a pitch and a swing. So the count goes full now, 3-2. On deck is Kennard, one of the hottest hitters here in the series. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 now. So that's 2 strikeouts for Lyle. This inning is 4th strikeout in the last 2 innings by coming in the third. Now batting the left fielder, number 20, Tristan Kennard. There's strike 1 called against Kennard. And there's a swing and a miss. 0-2 to count now. Once again, Kennard is 1 for 2 in this ball game. 4 for 5 in the series, and there's strike 3. So Lyle comes in and strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3. So at the end of 3.5 innings of play, the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 0. We'll be back. And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium. This game between the Diamond Dogs and the Express from Texas. Well, Austin Gale is done pitching now. Coming in for the Diamond Dogs is number 23, Trent Allen. Allen's a left-hander, 6'5", 200-pounder from Wichita State University. And he's facing catcher number 16, C.J. Tyler, as we start the bottom half of the fourth inning. Well, Gale pitched 3 innings, faced 12 batters, had 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and only allowed 1 hit. So Gale did a great job there for the Cheny Diamond Dogs. Once again, Allen now in. Left-handed pitcher out of Wichita State University. And the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And the pitch way outside. 2-2 now the count. Tyler had a strikeout in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. 1 for 3 in the series, was batting .333 before this ball game with 1 RBI. There's a swing to the right-hand side. A nice diving effort there by the first baseman, Scott Hastings, but it goes off his glove. And Tyler is in with his first hit of the game. Nice diving stop there, try by the first baseman. Was just not able to hang on to it. Batting the designated hitter number 9, Jake Gonzalez. Gonzalez got a base hit in the second inning. Started off the inning with a base hit, but he was stranded at third base as Toon Tai grounded out to second base for the third out. Left Gonzalez at second and Hooker at, Gonzalez at third and Hooker at second. Their only true chance that the Express have had to put any points on the board. And the pitch is outside. Count goes 3-0 quickly now to Gonzalez. We do have some action for the Diamond Dogs. I believe it's number 34. And there's a walk there by Allen. So quickly, first 2 runners get on base now for the Express. That brings up the right fielder, number 7, Alan Hooker. He reached on an error in the second inning and was left stranded at second base in that second inning. First pitch is the ball. One and 0 the count now. Runners at first and second with no outs. Two 0 the count now to Hooker, as Allen is digging himself a hole here. Can't get ahead of the base hitter, batters. And there's a pitch inside, misses. 3-0 the count now to Alan Hooker. Left-handed batter, right fielder. Once again, he reached on an error, and that hits Hooker in the back. So the bases are going to be full now here in the top half of the fourth inning. Got a base hit by Tyler. He's at third base now. Base on balls by Gonzalez. And now Hooker gets hit in the back. So bases are full with no outs. That brings up the third baseman, number 20, Taylor Clifford. So Allen, see what he's made out of here. There's the pitch inside. There's a strike called. Clifford struck out in the second inning the first time up the bat, so he's 0 for 1. There's a pitch outside. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is full now with no outs. Bottom half of the fourth inning, the score of the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase Texas Express 0. But they're trying to get back into it here. Ball hit deep into the right center field. That's going to score some runs. 1 run scores. Tyler comes in. Now Gonzalez. Also Hooker make it in home. So we have a stand-up double by Taylor Hooker. Scored 3 RBIs. And that quickly the score taken to 7. My correction, it looks like Hooker was the only one that scored, or Gonzalez is the only one that scored. I saw Coach telling Hooker to go on in, and it looks like he went in and stopped. So he's stuck at third base. So we're going to have a pitching change now by the Cheny Diamond Dogs. It is going to be a right-hander, number 34, Michael Box. He is a 6'3", 240-pounder from Tabor College. So Allen came in this fourth inning, gave up a base hit, base on balls, hit the next batter, and then gives up a double. And the score is 7-2 in favor of the Diamond Dogs over the Express. And once again, like I say, I thought Hooker had came in to score from third base, but I'm not sure if he tripped or what, but I saw Coach was telling him to go and just didn't make it in. So he's back at third base. Clifford stops at second base with that double. Remember, there's no outs here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Michael Box, once again, is the new pitcher. For the Cheny Diamond Dogs. And he'll be facing left fielder number 18, Daniel Goss. Goss struck out. First time at bat in the second inning. There's a ball, hits shortstop, ball goes into left field. Another run will score. This time Hooker does make it in. Thrown in, cut off. So runners are going to have runners at first and third base. The base hit by Goss. He records his first hit of the game. And now the score is 7-3 in favor of the Diamond Dogs over the Express. Now batting the second baseman, number 28, John Tuantai, with the runners at first and third now at the corners with no outs. How quickly things have changed here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And we have a foul ball along the third base side. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at third base. If you missed the action now, Tyler started the 4th inning with a base hit, had a base on balls by Gonzalez, hit by pitch by Hooker, and Clifford hits a double. Goss comes in and hits a base hit and gets thrown out of second base. And we have a walk by Toentai. Now batting is Ivan Silva, shortstop number 14. He's 0 for 2. He had a strikeout in the 3rd inning and grounded out to the second baseman. Call strike 1, 0-1 now. We have a runner at first base and third base with 1 out. There's the pitch, ball hit back to the pitcher. Nobody covering first base, and there's going to run, score. Clifford comes in from third base. First baseman went to his right, and the pitcher cut it off, but nobody was covering first base. So the pitcher had no choice but to hang on to it. There'll be a base hit there for Silva. Brings up the center fielder, number 35, Eric Thomas. So 4 runs have scored here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. It all started when Allen came in to pitch in the 4th. Gave up a base hit, a walk, a hit by batsman, and a double. And got replaced there by Box. And there, ball hits to the first baseman, makes the out. For out number 2, runners advance to second and third now. That brings up first baseman number 15, Carlos Andrade. And we're going to have a timeout. Looks like Pat Hahn is coming in, maybe making another pitching change. With a left-handed batter. He's going to go with a left-handed pitcher. Didn't catch a number here. We'll give you that change here in just a second. Well, the Westchase Express went down 7-0 in the first 2 innings, but have made up for it here in the bottom half of the 4th inning as they've scored 4 runs now and are not quite done yet. Have not. Looks like he said number 17. That would be Bradley Demko, left-hander, 6'2", 180-pounder from Sam Houston State. He's coming in for the Diamond Dogs. He is the 3rd pitcher here in the 4th inning. As he warms up. Try to go back and see if we can give you some stats here. Allen gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 base on balls, and he faced 4 batters. And then Box came in. But now pitching is Demko for the Diamond Dogs. And there is first baseman number 15, Carlos Andretti. Andretti has struck out and flied out in the third inning. So it's 0 for 2 there here this game. And that pitch is inside. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 outs. Runners at second and third base. Silva at second and Toentai at third base. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss there by Andretti. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Demko's trying to shut him down now for the Diamond Dogs. Pitch is low. 2-2 now the count. 2 outs with 2 on base. Andretti is 0 for 2 here in the ball game. And there's a pitch outside. Just misses. So the count goes to 3-2 now. Full count. And Demko is ready. There's the pitch, ball hit up the middle. Second baseman gets it, makes a nice throw to the first baseman, digs it up for the out. It's got to be a key construction play of the game there by the second baseman, Grant DeVore.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a jam-packed, fun-filled day at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Hopefully you're drinking plenty of water because temperatures, they are toasty this afternoon. You'll need those sunglasses through sundown. Temperatures this evening in the middle 90s. It is rather humid, so this is the air you can wear with heat indices above 100. Heading home, upper 80s, but still feeling like 90 plus. And if you're coming back to the ballpark tomorrow, be prepared because there could be a few thunderstorms in the evening with an even hotter day up to 101. Well, be sure to tune in with us tonight and also in the days ahead and at KSN.com for your most accurate and dependable forecast. Have a great evening.
All right, we're back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. We're going into the top half of the fifth inning, and with the Cheny Diamond Dogs batting. Starting off will be the catcher, number 30, Andrew Miller. Miller is 1 out of 2, struck out the first time. There's a hard hit ball over the left fielder making a nice jumping catch. That was number 18, Daniel Goss with the catch in left field. Now batting, that will be the first baseman, number 21, Scott Hastings. Hastings reached on an error the first inning. Then he flied out to first base. Oh, and 1 the count. There's a hit into right field. Right fielder, it looks like it's going to be in the hole. Hooker makes the cutoff, but Hastings hustles down to second base, and we have a double there by Scott Hastings to record his first hit of the game. So now batting will be the right fielder, number 8, Keenan Eaton. Eaton got a base hit in the first inning and reached on a base on balls in the third. Had a stolen base also in the third, but was left stranded as Lyle came in and had 2 strikeouts in that third inning. Count goes 0-1 now. Lyle with the pitch. Misses inside. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now. 1 out with a runner at second base. That's Scott Hastings, who just hit a double into the right center field. And here's the pitch by Lyle. And there's got a quick pitch, a quick throw down to second base. Shortstop grabs it, but Hastings dives in safely. Nice toss there by the catcher, C.J. Tyler. Almost caught Hastings sleeping there. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike now to Keaton Eaton. And the pitch is high, 3-1 now the count. Well, the temperature has not dropped very much. It's now 11:44, and it's still 85 degrees. I believe when the game started it was 87. There's a foul ball along the right-hand side into the stands, and a young man looks like he may be getting a souvenir. He's still hustling for it. He does get it. Oh, and he raises it up in the air. People cheer in the stands for him. Well, he worked awful hard for that foul ball. Count goes to full now, 3-2 with 1 out. And here's a pitch and call strike 3 on the inside corner. And that is Lyle's 6th strikeout since he's come in the 3rd inning. Now pitching, or correction, now batting will be the center fielder, number 1, Travis Young. Young got a base hit in the 1st inning with an RBI and struck out in the 3rd inning. And lays down a bunt. Nice bunt there by Young. It looks like they're going to call a foul ball. Or they're going to call him out. Looks like they're going to call Young out. Said he touched the ball in play. So he will be out. So top half of the 3rd inning for the Diamond Dogs. They scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. It is the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 4. We'll be back. All right, we're back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Batting now will be the catcher, number 16, C.J. Tyler. Tyler struck out the 1st inning, and he got a base hit. Started off the 4th inning where they send 9 batters to the plate and scored 4 runs to get back into this ball game. They were down 7-0 at the bottom half of the 4th inning, and the Express put 4 across the plate. Once again, C.J. Tyler's the one that started that off for him with a base hit. Count is 1-1 now to Tyler. Demko came in the 4th inning. Or there was 3 pitchers in that 4th inning. There's a ball outside now. 2-1 now the count. Damco ready to go. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss now. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Once again, a lot of damage done by the Westchase Express in that 4th inning. And the count goes full now, 3-2. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Tyler. Damco records his first strikeout. That brings up the designated hitter number 9, Jake Gonzalez. Gonzalez reached on base in the 2nd inning with a base hit, then got on in the 4th inning with a walk, scored a run in that 4th inning. On that double by Clifford. Strike one's the count, 0-1. There's a pitch, a foul ball along the right-hand side, going along the first base side. First baseman hustles over, but goes over the fence. Nice job there by the firstman, Hastings, to try to get to that ball. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and it is the Cheny Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase, Texas Express 4. Here's the pitch. Stays up high now. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes against Gonzalez. Skin Dimko is a 6'1", 180-pounder from Sam Houston State. Came in this 4th inning. There's a hit to the right-hand side. Second baseman goes back, goes to Hastings for the out. Nice play there by Reed. Reed moved over to second base in about the 3rd inning, I believe. Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Alan Hooker. Hooker reached on base in the 2nd inning with an error. Then he got hit by the pitch in that 4th inning. Also scored a run with a base hit there by Goss. Ball is low. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And a swing and a miss there by Hooker. Demko's come in and done a very fine job here for the Cheny Diamond Dogs. And there's a check swing, but they called him out. So that's a strikeout there for Demko. And bottom half of the 5th inning. At the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 4. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar. We're in the top half of the 6th inning with the score of the Cheny Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase Texas Express 4. Now batting, the shortstop number 2, Phil Ingram. here in the bottom half of the, or correction, top half of the 6th inning. Lyle's first pitch is a ball. 1-0 now the count. The Diamond Dogs did all their damage in the first 2 innings where they scored 7 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and left 2 on base. Since then, they have scored no runs on only 1 hit. Lyle came in the 3rd inning and it's kind of shut things down for the Express. He has 6 total strikeouts. Ball, the third baseman goes to first, but Ingram's in with a base hit. Now batting the third baseman, number 4, Quentin Crandall. Crandall's up to bat now with the runner at first base and no outs here in the top half of the 6th inning. There's a bunt laid down along the first base side. Pitcher Lyle throws to first for the out. Covering was the first baseman Carlos Andrade. So a nice sacrifice there by Crandall to move Ingram over to second base, who just got on with a base hit. Now batting the second baseman, number 15, Dallas Reed. He's made some great plays there at second base here this evening. They do name a defensive player of the game and a player of the game. So we'll see if Reed is in the running or not. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count now with Ingram at second base and 1 out here for the Diamond Dogs. There's a high fly ball infield. The second baseman gets under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Coming up to bat for the designated hitter, number 26, Wyatt Davis. Davis reached on a walk in the first inning, got a 3-run home run in the second inning, and then struck out in the 4th inning. Has 3 RBIs here for the ball game. And there's Lyle's pitch is high. 1-0 the count now to Davis, with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Two and 0 to the count. Diamond Dogs could use another run or 2 here, as their lead has been cut by the score 7-4 instead of 7-0. I'm sure they'd like to have a couple more insurance runs here in the mid innings. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch outside. Count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike now to Wyatt Davis. Who is 1 for 2 here in the ball game and in the series since he didn't play the first game. And there's a pitch strike. Count is 3-2 now, with Ingram at second base after a base hit, and got moved over with the sacrifice there by Crandall. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball was low, so Davis takes a walk. And that brings up the left fielder, number 20, Tristan Kennard. Cheny has struck out the last 2 times at bat in the 2nd and the 4th inning, but he hit a 3-run home run in the 1st inning, and he was batting 1,000 coming into the ball game. And there's a hard hit ball into left field, right down the line, and it's going to be foul. He turned on that one a little bit too quick. Once Kennard was 3 for 3 in that first game with 4 RBIs. And in this game, he's 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. So he's a dangerous guy to have up there right now with guys at first and second. There is 2 outs though. And there's a hard hit ball into center field. And it does look like Thomas gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So at the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is a Diamond Dawgs 7 and the Express 4. We'll be back.
For 6 generations, this land has provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/cleanenergy.
All right, we welcome you back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Leading off will be the third baseman, number 20, Taylor Clifford, for the Westchase Texas Express. First pitch is the ball. 1-0 the count now. Once again, the score, the Diamond Dawgs 7 and the Express 4. There's a fly ball into second baseman. Second baseman gets under it, makes the catch. That's Dallas Reed with the out. That brings up the left fielder, number 18, Daniel Goss. Goss is 1 for 2. Reached on base in the 4th inning. Was caught stealing and had a strikeout in the 3rd inning. Correction, in the 2nd inning. Foul ball. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now with 1 out. As Clifford started off that fly ball to second base. And there's a hit along the third base side, goes foul. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Demko has done a great job since he's come in, and the kind of put the fire out. There's a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Third strikeout now for Demko. That brings up the second baseman, number 28, John Tuantai. And there's a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Nice job there by Demko. 0-1 the count. Second pitch is ball hit to the second baseman, backs up. Reed, this time he overthrows him, the first baseman, so I'm sure there's going to be an error against the second baseman. And looks like Tuantai will be at second base. That's going to bring up shortstop number 14, Ivan Silva. He is 1 for 3 here this game. Has a base hit in the 4th inning and an RBI. Struck out in the 3rd inning and hit to the second baseman to start off the ball game for out number 1. There's a swing and a hit to second base. Second baseman gets it, throws the first for out number 3. So Reed kind of redeems himself there. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Cheny Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase Texas Express 4. And we'll be back.
Let's say you start an engineering company, and you look at all this, the places where people need to work, play, and learn, what they need to live, what they need to live better. And you know which part you want to work on? All of it.
All right, we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as we get ready to get started with the 7th inning. And we're going to start it with a pitching change. Coming in to pitch for the Westchase Express will be number 9, Cameron Calhoun. His 6-footer. Coming in to pitch. So Lyle is done now. Lyle came in to pitch and started in the 3rd inning and kind of shut things down. Once again, the first 2 innings, the Diamond Dogs scored 7 runs, and Lyle is done. We'll see what his stats shows here. Lyle ended up pitching 4 innings, facing 16 batters. Had 2 hits, allowed 2 hits, 2 base on balls, and had 6 strikeouts. So nice job there by Lyle. Count goes 3-0 quickly there for our batter number 30, Andrew Miller. Miller struck out the first inning, got a base hit in the 2nd inning, and flew out to left field in the 5th inning. He starts off with a walk here, starting in the 7th inning. And this is the 3rd pitcher that's come in and started his work with a walk. Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Scott Hastings. Miller at first base after that walk. Here's the pitch, high for ball 1. Hastings reached on an error the 1st inning. He hit a hard ball to the first baseman and got double play. There was a runner at first base, and first baseman was able to make the catch and step on the bag. That was Andretti. In the 2nd inning, they flew out to left field in the 5th inning. correction, in the 5th inning, he got a double, and now he's up to bat. There's a hard foul ball here. And the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes with no outs, a runner at first base. Let's go again with Hastings here. He got on the air on the 1st inning, hit into a double play with flew out the first baseman Andretti, and then in the 5th he did have a double, but got stranded in the 5th inning at second base. Count is 3-2 now, full. There's a throw back to the first base. Miller dives back. Calhoun making sure that Miller's not going anywhere. Or if he does, he earns it. There's a 3-2 count. Ball hit to second baseman, goes to the left side, goes to second base, and looks like the ball is going to be, it is going to be an out. Looked like the ball was on the ground there for a second, but umpire said he hung on to it, so it's a fielder's choice there for Hastings. Nice play there by the second baseman. Toe and tie, getting out the ball to the shortstop, Silva. Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Keenan Eaton. Eaton had reached on base in the 1st inning with a base hit, had a base on balls and a stolen base in the 3rd inning, and then he struck out in the 5th inning. So Eaton is 1 for 2. Call strike. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now, with the runner at Hastings at first base with 1 out. Throw back to the first baseman. Hastings back in time. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Foul ball along the right-hand side. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the 7th inning, and the Cheny Diamond Dogs are ahead 7-4 over the Westchase Texas Express. Cheny, Kansas, that is. Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs. Have not said Kansas for them all night long. I guess I just assumed that you knew they were from Kansas, being in the area here in Wichita. But I guess I will clarify that once again. The Diamond Dogs are from Cheny, Kansas. Foul ball, count stays at 1-2 now with 1 out. Here's Calhoun's pitch. There's a foul ball. Nice job there by Eaton. Get a piece of it to stay alive. Everybody's basically playing straight up, except for the center fielder is in a little bit. There's a pitch inside. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Keaton Eaton. And here's the pitch. Ball gets away from the catcher. It's a wild pitch. So Hastings hustles down to second base. Puts the runner in scoring position now for Eaton, with only 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. Full count now, 3-2. And a swing and a miss, strikeout for Calhoun. That's the first one for out number 2. Now batting the center fielder number 1, Travis Young. Young reached on first in the 1st inning with a base hit, struck out in the 2nd, and had a fielder's choice in the I'll have to check that just to make sure here. He is 1 for 3 here for the ball game. Foul ball count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Once again, we have 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning with a runner at second base. Ball is low. 1-1 now the count. To Travis Young. Travis Young is a 6'2", 200-pounder from Wichita State. And a pitch is high. Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now. Looks like we're going to have another late evening here. It's already 12:15 here in Wichita time. Call strike 2. And the fans didn't quite agree with that pitch. And I don't think Travis liked it that much better. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Young. And the ball is low. So we're going to have another full count, 3-2 by Calhoun. 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner at second base here in the top half of the 7th inning. And the pitch is high, so Young gets on with a base on balls. And that's going to bring shortstop number 2, Phil Ingram. Ingram made the last out in the 1st inning where he grounded out to the second baseman. In the 3rd inning, he hit one to center field for an out. And then he got a base hit in the 6th inning to start off the inning for the Diamond Dogs. Got stranded at second base. First pitch is the ball. 1-0 the count now. Runners at first and second. That's Hastings at second and Young at first. And pitch is called strike 1. 1-1 now the count. So Ingram's 1 for 3 here for the ball game. And the pitch is high. 2-1 now the count. And we're getting to the critical innings here of the ball game. So I'm sure that Ingram's looking just to put the ball in play. Ball outside. Looks like we're going to have a throw down to second base. Shortstop Silva comes up to make the stop. But Hastings back to second base safely. Count goes 3 balls and 1 strike now. And we have 2 outs here in top half of the 7th inning. Count goes full now, called strike. So with 2 outs, runners at first and second, runners will be taken off here on this full count. And it is ball for ball 4 now, high for ball 4. A second consecutive walk now for Calhoun. He loads the bases. Catcher Tyler going out to talk to Calhoun. And that brings the infield also in. Talk about what they need to do here. Once again, we're going to have Hastings at third base. He reached with a fielder's choice. And then Young got a base on balls. He's at second base. Ingram reached on a base on balls, and he's at first base. So the bases are full now for the Cheny Diamond Dogs with 2 outs. And now coming to bat, the third baseman, number 4, Quentin Crandall. Crandall had a sacrifice bunt laid down in the 6th inning. where he moved Ingram over after the base hit, but we're not able to score him. There's a hit into right field, but the right fielder is right there to make the catch. That's Alan Hooker with the catch for out number 3. So top half of the 7th inning for the Dawgs. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. At the end of 6 1/2, it is Cheny Dawgs 7 and the Westchase Express 4. And we'll be back.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your cleats.
Guys at third!
If you're happy and you know it, clap your cleats.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
Back! Let's finish strong!
If you're happy and you know it, clap your cleats.
All right, we welcome you back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. You're watching the Cheny Diamond Dawgs versus the Westchase Texas Express. The score, the Diamond Dawgs 7 and the Express 4 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And we have a strike 1 penalty against Eric Thomas. Did not reach the batter's box in time. Demo working his 4th inning now. The start of the 4th. He came in the 4th inning to put out the fire. There's a foul ball, so count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So far, Demko has faced 8 batters, has had 3 strikeouts, no hits so far, and no runs allowed. So he's done a pretty good job here for the Cheny Diamond Dawgs. And there's the pitch, the foul ball, hit up along the right-hand side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now against Eric Thomas. And there's a swinging strike 3. Here in the bottom half of the 1st inning to start off the 7th inning. Now batting the first baseman, number 15, Carlos Andretti. First baseman. Struck out in the 1st inning, flew out to center field in the 3rd, and then made the last out. He was the 9th batter in the 4th inning, where the Westchase Express scored 4 runs to get back into the ball game. He made the 3rd out to second base. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now with 1 out. I was mentioning Demko has done a great job so far. He's got 24 strikes and 14 balls. And there's a foul ball. 1-2 the count with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Express try to get back into the ball game. Have not had the lead yet here in the ball game, as they went down 7-0 in the first 2 innings, and were able to get back at least 4 runs in the 4th inning, but have not challenged Demko since he's come in. There's a high pitch. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Andretti. Pitched on the outside corner, calls strike 3 for out number 2. And I think Andretti knew that that was on the corner. He just turns around and hits back to the dugout. Now batting the catcher, number 16, C.J. Tyler. And we have 2 outs here in the bottom half. That pitch way outside. Tyler had a strikeout in the first inning, reached on a base hit in the 4th inning, and struck out in the 5th inning. He's the one that started everything off there in the 4th inning with a base hit and scored a run. There's a swing and a miss now. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Pitch outside, 2-2 now the count to C.J. Tyler. And pitch inside, misses. Count goes full now, 3-2. Once again, we have 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And here's Demko's pitch, and a swing and a foul ball. Nice job there by Tyler to get a piece of it. Keep his turn up at the plate. And Demko's 3-2 count pitch. Swing and a miss, and struck out the side. Demko comes in and does a great job here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. After 7, it is the Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs 7 and the Westchase, Texas Express 4. We'll be back.
Hey, sir, how you doing?
Love you, Coach.
Aw.
9 o'clock, you're pitching tomorrow.
And we welcome back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium. We're in the 8th inning here between the Cheny Diamond Dogs and the Westchase, Texas Express. The score of the Diamond Dogs 7 and the Express 4. Top half of the 8th inning. Now batting the second baseman, the number 15, Dallas Reed. And looks like the umpire just threw somebody out. I'm not exactly sure who, whether it was the manager. But the umpire was writing something down, making a notation of something. And somebody in the dugout said something from the Westchase, Texas Express. And it looks like it is the coach has been kicked out of the ball game. Not sure exactly what it was that he was upset about, except the clock was running and umpire had to write something down, but maybe that's what he was upset about. By attempted bunt, foul ball. Count is 0-1 now against Dallas Reed, the second baseman. Had a fielder's choice in the first, a base hit in the second inning, struck out in the 4th. And flied out to the catcher in the Sixth inning. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now against Reed. Calhoun on the mound for the Express. And it pitches high. 2-2 now the count. Here in the top half of the 8th inning. Good little ball game once the Express decided to start playing. And there's a line hit along the right-hand side. Looks like it's going to be extra bases for Reed. He rounds second now, going to third base. And in with a triple for Dallas Reed from the Cheny Diamond Dogs. We had this conversation last night with Steve Strain, our play-by-play announcer, and we were talking about how fast this turf is. And exactly what happened there. Reed hit a ball down the line and the ball just scooted. And this is a fast turf, and I'm not sure, but I'm sure I know we only have 4 home runs this series, and that's got to be 7 or 8, and might even be 10 triples that we've had for this World Series so far. Ives Divison batting now for the Diamond Dogs. With a guy at third base, Reed, who had just hit a triple, pitches inside as the Diamond Dogs try to add to their lead. They're up 7-4 here in the top half of the 8th inning. Pitch outside, the ball gets away, bounces back to the catcher, goes to, and looks like he's safe. Nice job there by Reed. Nice slide there by Dallas Reed. Calhoun was there to get the throw, but was just a little bit late on the tag. And Reed slid right under the glove of Calhoun. So scores a run. Davis goes to first base. Now batting the left fielder number 20, Tristan Kennard. Has had the hot bat here. Lays down a bunt there to sacrifice. So moves the runner over to second base. And that brings up the catcher number 30, Andrew Miller. And a foul ball by the catcher Miller. 0-1 the count now with 1 out, runner at second base. And here's the pitch. Ball goes low. 1-1 now the count, 1 out, runner at second. Here in the top half of the 8th inning of the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, as these two teams try to take control of the Pool B play. Cheny came in with an 0 record, and Westchase Texas Express also came in with a 1-0 record. So whoever wins this game will take the lead in that pool. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Miller. Pitch outside now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller struck out in the first, got a base hit in the second inning. Flew out the left field in the 5th and got a base on balls. Then had forced out 4-6 in that 7th inning. Grounds out to the second baseman for out number 2. That brings up the first baseman, number 21, Scott Hastings. Runner advances to third base on that hit up to the right side. And a wild pitch, another pitch that gets away. Thrown in, and a pitcher drops the ball, so another run scores there by Divis for the Diamond Dogs. Now takes the score to 9-4 here in the top half of the 8th inning. So a couple wild pitches there by Calhoun has cost him. And a fly ball to round second base, backs up and makes the catch for out number 3. So top half of the 8th inning at the end of 7.5. It is the Cheny Diamond Dogs 9 and the Express 4. We'll be back.
Mom, we're gonna be late.
I know.
And we welcome you back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 3rd annual NBC World Series. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for this evening. And a big tradition here at Lawrence Dumont, NBC, is Sweet Caroline in the 8th inning going on right now. We got a new pitcher, just bottom half of the 8th inning. He is number 14, Connor Queen for the Cheny Diamond Dogs. He's a 6'1", 200-pounder from Odessa College. And now batting the designated hitter number 9, Jake Gonzalez for the Westchase, Texas Express. And it's a foul ball, 0-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there, high to Gonzalez, and he swings at it for 0-2 now. And there's a foul ball along the right-hand side. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. To Gonzalez, and it hits him in the left arm. So Gonzalez will be on base now here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 7, Alan Hooker. Hooker reached on an error in the 2nd inning. Got hit by a pitch and then struck out. That was hit by a pitch in the 4th and struck out in the 5th. And now he's up here in the 8th inning. There's a pitch to the hit to the second baseman. Second baseman makes a stop, goes to first for out number 1. Nice job there by the second baseman. That's second baseman Dallas Reed. Goes to Hastings for the out. Runner advances to second base. And it brings up the third baseman, number 20, Taylor Clifford. Clifford struck out in the second inning. Got a double and scored a run when had 2 RBIs in the fourth inning, where the Express scored 4 runs. And then here in the sixth inning, he flew out to the second baseman to start off the inning. And here he is up now in the 8th inning. Call was strike 1, 0-1 the count. Once again, a runner, Gonzalez, at second base on that ground ball to second base here to move him over. Pitch outside, count goes 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We do have some action in the Diamond Dogs bullpen. That could be a left-hander. Number 18 warming up. A fly ball to first base, and Hastings drops the ball, but good effort there by Scott Hastings. Had to go a long ways to try to make that catch, but it popped out of his glove. So Clifford is still up there batting and battling. 7 runs by the Diamond Dogs in the first 2 innings, 4 runs by the Express in the fourth. The ball hit second baseman. Nice stop there by Reed. Dallas Reed has just been all over the place there at second base. Prevented a run from scoring then, but there was a base hit by Clifford, but a great stop there by Reed. Now batting the left fielder, number 18, Daniel Goss. He's had 2 strikeouts and a base hit in that fourth inning. Struck out in the third and struck out in the 6th inning. So he's up there with 1 out. Runners at the corners. Gonzalez at third and Clifford at first base. There's a swing and a miss there by Goss. Count is 0-1. There's a ball hit to the first base side. Makes the stop by Hastings. Just touches the base. Lets the runner score from third base, and Clifford goes to second base. That brings up the second baseman, number 28, John Tuantai. So running scores there from third base. That's Gonzalez. Now takes the score to 9-5 in favor of the Diamond Dogs. Last couple innings, the last couple chances here for the Express. There's a ball hit up the middle. Nice job there by Tuantide. He's going to end up scoring a run from second base. That's Clifford. Give Express another run. So a base hit and an RBI there by Tuantide. He records his first hit of the game. He was 0 for 2 up to that point. Now batting the shortstop, number 14, Ivan Silva, calls strike 1. 0-1 the count now with 2 outs. And Tuantai at first base for the Express. Call strike 2 now. Again, Silva. There's a pitch, and it's called strike 3 for out number 3 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. But the Express scored 2 runs, so at the end of 8 innings of play, it is the Diamond Dogs 9 and the Express 6. We'll be back. And we welcome you back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter there for the Diamond Dogs. Coming up to start off the top half of the 9th inning. I believe it's going to be a number 3, Josh Whistler. Now coming in to bat for the Diamond Dogs. And the count goes 3-0 real quickly, the Whistler. And ball 4, so Whistler will be on base. 4th time that the Express have allowed the first runner on base with walks. Pinch running at first base now will be number 500 Douglas. Now batting the center fielder number 1, Travis Young, for the Diamond Dogs. Runner at first base with no outs here in the top half of the 9th inning. And the score, the Diamond Dogs from Cheny, 9. And the Express from Texas, 6. And there's the pitch. Outside. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Young. And a foul ball. Going to be caught by the catcher. So Young was trying to move the runner over to second base. Instead, he pops it straight up to C.J. Tyler, who makes the catch for out number 1. Now batting the shortstop number 2, Phil Ingram. Whistler at first base with reached on a walk. Here to start off the top half of the 9th inning. Call strike 1 now, 0-1 the count, 1 out with a runner at first base. We still have fans here that are enjoying the action. If you've never been to an NBC game, come on out tomorrow. We'll get started at 1:30. A lot of action. And a steal there by Whistler is in safely. So he does advance to second. And the count is 0-2, I believe, to Phil Ingram, with 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning. And Calhoun's pitch is high. So the count goes 1-2 now. Calhoun is 1 for 3 here in the ball game. And Calhoun, there's a foul ball. Ingram is 1 for 3, my corrections. Calhoun has faced 13 batters so far. He has pitched 2 1/3 innings. Has given up 1 hit and 2 runs, 2 earned runs, with 5 base on balls and 1 strikeout so far. And balls in the ground. So the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes to Phil Ingram. And I'm sure that the Diamond Dogs would love to have another insurance run going to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Full count now goes to Ingram. with one out now and runner at second base. That's Whistler who came in. Actually, we have a pinch runner that came in. It's number 5, I believe. There's a base on balls to Ingram. Yeah, Hunter Douglas is at second base. He came in to pinch run for Whistler. Now batting, third baseman number 4, Quentin Crandall. So runners at first and second now with one out. Here in the top half of the 9th inning. Strike one, the call against Crandall. He may be looking to hit something along the right-hand side here. And instead he hits it to short. Shortstop gets it, goes across his body, but not in time. So Crandall's in with a base hit. Nice job there by Crandall. So that puts a runner at first, second, and third now. With Dallas Reed now the batter for the Diamond Dogs, second baseman. Done a great job at second base. Pitch right across the knees there. Call strike one. 0-1 the count now. Once again, bases full with one out here in the top half of the 9th inning. Diamond Dogs 9 and the Express 6. Pitch high now. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. And Calhoun here with the pitch. There's a fly ball into center field. Looks like the third baseman's going to be tagging up, and he does, but he stops. And a nice toss there by the center fielder, Eric Thomas, to hold the runner at third base. So now batting would be the designated hitter, number 26, Wyatt Divis. Divis hit that 3-run home run in the second inning and got a base hit the last time up in the 8th inning to start off the inning. Got a base hit in the 8th inning and scored a run, is what I meant to say. 1-0 the count. To Divis. There's the pitch by Calhoun, dismissed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases full with 2 outs here, the top half of the 9th inning for the Cheny Diamond Dogs. They try to extend their lead. Ball 3. And that's something Calhoun probably didn't want to do, to get behind on Divis, who has had a home run already here in this ball game. He may be looking for that one down the middle, and he does get it. Call strike one, but it lays off. So the count goes to 3-1 now against Divis. And there's a swing and a foul ball. So the count's going to go full now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The runners will be taken off on the pitch. So we may see a lot of action here, or we may not. Depends on what Divis does here. But the runners should be taken off with 2 outs. And it's ball 4. So a run's going to score for the Diamond Dogs. And it's going to make it 10-6 now. And the most dangerous guy in the tournament so far, Tristan Kennard, comes up the bat, left fielder, number 20, for the Diamond Dogs. Ball high. 1-0 the count. Once again, the bases are loaded. And a swing and a miss there by Kennard. A good pitch there by Calhoun. Hit that outside corner and low. Kennard was not able to make any contact. Takes the count to 1-1 now. And he changed him up. Swinging strike 2 now. Good job there by Calhoun. Really had a good motion on that changeup. 1-2 now the count. And misses low and outside. Nice stop there by the catcher, Tyler. Again, we're in the top half of the 9th inning, where the Diamond Dogs have scored 1 run, but they have bases loaded with 2 outs. And Kennard on with at bat. And we're going to have another full count, 3-2. Runners will be taken off here on the pitch with 2 outs. And here's Calhoun's pitch. And a foul ball along the right-hand side. It may stay in. Looks like it is, but not able to make the catch as the catcher, C.J. Tyler. Good effort, but was just not able to get to it. So Kennard is still alive here with the bat. Kennard's only 1 out of 4 here tonight, but he made sure that it counted for something because he had a home run and 3 RBIs in the first inning. Once again, he was batting 1,000 when he came in. He was 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs. There's the pitch, and the ball is ball 4. Didn't even get to the plate. 1 run scores, and here comes the second one from second base. A great job there by Quentin Crandall. That ball got away from the catcher, and 2-run score. A guy at third base, and then Crandall, that was at second base, never stopped at third and kept hustling before the catcher was able to get to it. So the Davis, who was at first, ends up at third base. Kennard with a base on balls is at first. And 2 more runs scored now for the Cheny Diamond Dogs. There's the insurance runs that they were looking for going to the bottom half of the 9th inning. And I like what that Express just did. They all got together and tried to encourage the pitcher there, say, come on, get this last out here. That shows good teammates there. Miller is up to bat now, catcher for the Diamond Dogs. And the pitch is inside. Count goes 2-0. Looks like Calhoun may be getting just a little bit tired. He has faced 18 batters. He has given up 8 walks. There's a strike. Only struck out 1. Given up 2 hits with 5 runs and 5 earned runs, but 8 walks by Calhoun. 3-1 now the count. To Miller, and there's a high fly ball. Looks like it's going to be the third baseman that's going to get under it. Now it's the shortstop calls him off and makes the catch for out number 3. So at the end of 8.5 innings of play, it is the Diamond Dogs 12 and the Express 6. We'll be back.
1, 2, 3, 35, 36, 57, 58, 59, 60.
And we welcome back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. We are in the bottom half of the ninth inning here between the Cheny Diamond Dogs and the Westchase Texas Express. The score of the Diamond Dogs a 12 and the Express 6. And up the bat, Eric Thomas hits a base hit up the middle, trying to keep the Express alive. He records his first hit of the game. That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 15, Carlos Andretti.
First baseman number 15, Carlos Andretti.
And ball one, the count is the call. 1-0 the count now with the runner at first base here in the bottom half of the ninth inning here of the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. We hope you've enjoyed this telecast. There's the pitch, swinging, strike one, that is. 2 balls and 1 strike. My name is Frank Martinez, and I normally don't do play-by-play. I'm normally the PA announcer here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Thought I'd take on a little extra work here this evening. Actually, this year, I will be on the air a couple more times throughout the week, doing some play-by-play or color commentator. Foul ball, and the count's 2-2 now. There's a hit to long third base side, going foul, as Andretti tries to stay in there, fighting hard. We do have the schedule up for tomorrow. Looks like at 1:30, the Sterling Colorado Express will be facing the Northwest Boom. At 1:30, there's a ball hit into left field, deep into left field. Nice catcher by number 20, Tristan Kennard, and hustling going to second base is Eric Thomas after the catch. So he'll be standing at second base now with the catcher, the 16, C.J. Tyler, up the bat now. And 1 out here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Once again, the Sterling Colorado Express against the Northwest Boom at 1:30 tomorrow. It'll be followed by the Valley Center Mud Daubers against the Austin, Texas Shockers at 4 o'clock. Feature game tomorrow will be the Round Rock Express against the Mulvane Patriots. That game scheduled for 7 o'clock. And then our 9:30 game, which will be back on the air to telecast, will be the 18 and under team, the 316 Elite, against the Fort Collins Bandits. Today we did Pool B and Pool D. Tomorrow we do Pool A and Pool C ball games. Count is 3-0 now to C.J. Tyler. Oh, and he hits him, I believe. Yep. That's the first time he's been hit there, hit by a pitch. So now we have runners at first and second. Coming up to plate is the designated hitter number 9, Jake Gonzalez now. And there's a foul ball. So no balls, one strike now with runners at first and second and one out here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Diamond Dogs 12 and the Express 6. Last couple of chances here. Ball hit a third baseman, knocks it down. Not going to be able to make the play though, but that will score Thomas from second base. So the Express get another run. Now makes it 12-7. And a base hit by Gonzalez. Runners at first and second. Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Alan Hooker, coming up for the Express. So the Express are not done yet with one out here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. And that's kind of what you expect out of good teams, not to give up. High. Ball one now to Alan Hooker from Westchase, Texas Express. Call strike one now. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second with one out. Hooker does not have a hit yet this game. There, well, now he does. He just hit one in the right field, and Ron's going to score from second base. He's going to end up with a double. Nice job there by Alan Hooker. And scores an RBI. So the Westchase Texas Express scoring a couple runs here, bottom half the ninth inning. Brings up the third baseman, number 20, Taylor Clifford. Once again, we have guys at second and third base with one out. And Clifford up to bat. He has a single in the 8th inning and a double in that 4th inning where they scored 4 runs. He had 2 RBIs. So he's a capable batter. He's 2 for 4 here in this game. There is action in the bullpen for the Diamond Dogs. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third now. Here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. And a swing and a miss. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Queen trying to get it done for the Diamond Dogs. Here's the pitch. And the ball hit the third base, goes foul. Count stays the same now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we officially beat the record from last night. We left before 1 o'clock. It is now almost 1:08. So we're going to get out of here a lot later than last night. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes now against Taylor Clifford. Here's the pitch. Ball hit third base, goes past him, and 2 runs are going to score. There's a throw to home plate, and they're going to get him at home. 1 run scored. Nice job there by the left fielder, Tristan Kennard. for the Diamond Dogs. 1 run scores. And Hooker is out at home. Clifford got a base hit with an RBI. And now takes the score to 12-9. And now batting the left fielder number 18, Daniel Goss. Runner at first base with 2 outs now. And there's a hit to the second baseman. Second baseman goes to first for out number 3, and that is the ball game. With the final score, the Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs 12 and the Westchase Texas Express 9. Congratulations goes to the Diamond Dogs as they now take their record to 2-0 in Pool B play. And Westchase Texas Express now take their records to 1-1. Once again, they will be facing the Diamond Dogs. Will be facing the Jasper, Indiana Reds. And then the Westchase Texas Express will be facing Fresno, California A's the next game. So that is it here for tonight for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Once again, our games tomorrow. Starting at 1:30, it will be the Sterling Colorado Express versus the Northwest Boom. The 4 o'clock game, Valley Center Mud Daubers versus Austin Shockers. And 7 o'clock feature game, Round Rock Express versus the Mulvane Patriots. And 9:30 game, 316 Elite versus the Fort Collins Bandits. So we hope to see you here tomorrow. If not, we'll hope to see you on the air. Once again, this is Frank Martinez, the voice of the NBC World Series. Hope you enjoyed the telecast, and we'll see you tomorrow for all the action of the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, sponsored by Westar Energy. Final score, the Cheny, Kansas Diamond Dogs 12, and the Westchase Texas Express 9. Good evening.